Yeah, good job by Coach, and what he does there at the time or after the quarter, he mans them up and denies denies everybody. Everybody's got a man, you deny it, and it causes the Rochester turnover. So another break for the Railers, and we got to take advantage of it.
And really, that flips the alternating possession switch back to the Railers.
Right.
So Railers defensively do a nice job coming out, and Christian Van Hook's going to drive. He's cut off by Grant. Now he's picked up his dribble, needs some help from a teammate. Lobs back out to Cook. Railers down 33-31. 3 scorers for the Railers leading the way. Podbelsic, Cook, and Van Hook each with 8. Van Hook's 3 is no good. Rebound comes down to Matt. Christian will try another jumper. That one's short as well. Gesner tried to get the rebound, but Yek comes out with it for Rochester. 7:25 left in our ball game. Railers down by 2. Inside to Ferguson. On the corner, Yek's 3 is up and good. 36-31, back down to a 5-point game.
Christian had a couple opportunities on the offensive end and just didn't have the jump shot going. Maybe try and get him into the post. He's got a height advantage on Grant.
Olsen swings it out to the left side to Gesner. Last touch by Yek, so it'll stay with the Railers. They'll inbound on the sideline. 6:50 to go in our 4th quarter. Gesner, Olsen, Cook, Van Hook, and Hayes on the court for the Railers. Olsen watched by Houston. Gesner, he's being guarded by Yek. Gesner outside the 3-point line, gets it down in the corner to Hayes. Hayes with the drive, doesn't get the roll to go down.
Ooh, a good take by Hayes. It looked like he kind of got fouled underneath, and no call again for the Railers, but a good drive by Hayes. Something we got to do is go to the basket, but we got to get a stop on the defensive end.
McMinn thought about the 3, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Hayes. And Josh, if that is on Hayes, it happened right in front of us. That's going to be now 4 on Matt.
Yeah, and the thing is, McMinn has hit some 3s, and we've got to run at him now, and now he's decided to put the ball on the floor a little bit, so, it's a tough matchup, especially on the skip passes.
Grant over to Yek. Houston, Rose have extended now. 6 minutes to go. 5-point advantage for Rochester. 36-31, Rockets on top. Houston's going to drive in, top of the key. They get it to Yek on the right side, back over to Grant. Grant down the lane, and a foul's going to be whistled. Foul's going to be whistled on the Railers. That's going to be on Jordan Gesner. That will be Gesner's 2nd. Team 6th. Once again, Rochester inbounds out into the backcourt. And we've got a stoppage of play for a shoe tie. .547 left in our contest. Josh Komnick alongside Jeff Benjamin with you here. WLC in Atlanta. Railers down by 5.
Big stop here for the Railers. We got to get a big stop, and we can't foul anymore. One more foul, and Rochester's in the bonus. So got to play good defense and hopefully get a turnover.
Yek over to Houston. Houston back out to McMinn. Wilson will close on him. We tick down to 5:20 in our contest. Into Ferguson in the lane. Takes it strong. No roll there. Van Hook the rebound for the Railers. Now, we got the stop. Now we need to get the score.
Yeah, and we've needed a couple of those in the last couple of possessions and haven't been able to do it. And
nice backdoor to Gesner, lays it up and in.
Good timeout, or a good backdoor and a good timeout. Kind of get the guys refocused here. We got a basket, and it looks like Rochester really is content on holding the ball and just moving it on the outside. And I think Coach wants to try and move up the defense a little bit.
So now at the timeout, or the start of play in the second half, the Railers came out with a different defense to throw them off. Can they do anything similar to that since they'll be inbounding baseline as opposed to sideline?
Well, it's different, and I bet Angelo, the coach of Rochester, is telling them that right now. Maybe he's called it to do it again, guys. So get your press breakers set up. Now it's a little bit tougher, and now you've got a little more room to work with here on the baseline to run, because they can run and run the baseline as far as the inbounder. So it's a little bit tougher, but again, coach just probably called a timeout to get the defense in a half court. If they're going to try and stall it or at least take a minute or two off the clock, we've got to move the pressure up and to let the guys know in the back what to do too.
5:01 left in the fourth quarter. That basket by Gesner gives him 6 points on the night and brings the Railers to within a basket. They need a long one, but it's 36-33. Ferguson almost had it go through his hands. Now the pressure in the backcourt. Ferguson breaks into the front court. Ball's tipped away, and a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers. I'm not sure if they got Olsen or Cook, but it's going to send Rochester to the line.
And now that's, the little things, the fouls when we start to reach. And any foul from now on, of course, is 1 and 1, and then we get to 10, it's 2. So, hopefully Rochester doesn't shoot the free throws very well.
1 and bonus. Ferguson, 6-foot junior, got the roll. Will Podbelsic checks in, replacing Matt Hayes. So the Railers get a little smaller defensively, but now you've got a little more offense out there.
Yeah, and a little more quickness to go to the basket.
Free throw back of the rim, no good. Van Hook the rebound. So it's down to a 4-point game, 37-33. Olsen picks up his dribble, gets it on the right side high. Railers swinging around now to Van Hook. Top of the key to Gesner. Gesner over to Cook. Max being watched by Ferguson. Max over to Gesner. Gesner to Podbelsic. Cook got his guy Ferguson. Grant's back on Christian. Crossover by Gesner. Jake's going to fire a 3. Missed it badly. Rebound comes down to Gesner, and they're going to say held ball. But because of the defense the Railers applied to start the half, or to start the fourth quarter rather, the Railers get the ball right back.
Yeah, the big jump ball. Good job by Gesner again, getting on the offensive boards and saves the possession for the Railers.
4:11 to go. Rochester 37. Lincoln 33, inbounds as Cook tried to get it to Gesner, tipped out of bounds by Yek for Rochester. Now Max is kind of pinned in that corner over the inbounding.
It's a tough place to inbound the ball from. The Railers really got to meet the pass.
Rochester applies a little pressure as they get it into Olsen.
Wouldn't mind another backdoor play.
Maybe a lob to Christian. Those are the plays that seem to be working pretty well tonight. Podbelsic on the right side. Gesner on the fake, now to Olsen. Olsen in the corner to Christian. Christian is going to make a move. Jump stop. Yeah, didn't get the roll. Ball fighting for it is Rochester coming out with it. Boy, Christian just did not get the roll on that one. And then I think Christian's going to be whistled for the foul. And Podbelsic, I don't know if something happened or he said something. Foul's going to be whistled on.
He wanted a timeout, and they called a timeout, but they didn't. They said the foul was before the timeout.
And then one of the officials came storming in as though Mike Tyson and James Buster Douglas were about to go at it. And the important thing is, as Rochester calls a timeout, and we will keep it here, Josh, 3:39 to go in the contest. Rochester with the lead, 37-33. It's one of those things that you don't think about in the heat of the moment, but if Will had just picked up his fourth foul, you got to be careful, because if an official who's not familiar with what exactly is going on in the situation comes in from away from the play, calls a technical, you've just picked up your fifth.
Right. And the Railers are just, we had a guy in a trap there, and we're slapping and hacking like there's 30 seconds left. We got 3:39 left in the game. We got plenty of time. We get a good trap, and our guys are reaching and hacking and slapping, which, doesn't need to, we put them on the foul line. So not a good defensive play or possession there by the Railers when we did good job of getting him in the trap, but then we start fouling.
So coming out, the Railers have Van Hook, Cook, Olsen, Gesner, and Podbelsic. Will has 4. Matt Hayes has 4.
Yeah, 8 fouls for the Railers, 2 for Rochester.
You do the math.
Yeah. And they're pretty physical.
At the line for Rochester, it looks like it's going to be 6'1" senior. No, it's going to be Seth McMinn. We know what a good shooter he is from three-point range, and gets the first one to go down from the free throw line. (38-33), make or miss, still a two-possession game, so lots of time here for the Railers. Second one good as well.
Yeah, good-looking shooter, McMinn. He does a good job from three-point lane and excellent free throw shooter.
39-33, Railers down by 6. 3.5 to go. Gesner looks to make a move, goes against Yek, and a foul is going to be whistled before Gesner can make the move.
The beauty for Rochester is they've got a ton of them to do it. You know, they've only been called for 3 fouls tonight.
Yek picks up his second. Railers in their reds tonight. Gesner tries to go back door, ball tipped around, ball loose, and we've got a timeout taken by Rochester as Yek was down on the floor. 3:15 to go. Timeout taken here at Rochester. We will as well. 39-33, Railers down 6. Back in a moment with Lincoln Railer basketball. Along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you here on a Friday night. A surprise here in Rochester so far as the Rockets are 3:15 away from knocking off the Railers. Rochester on top 39-33. Railers, Josh, in this half have been held to just 7 points.
Yeah, it's been an offensive struggle. You know, really, and we just haven't gone to the basket. We haven't even gotten a lot of good looks.
So Rochester after the timeout with the basketball, ball loose, tipped away, blocked by Van Hook. Nice job by Max as he tracks it down in the corner. We've been saying it all quarter. We need something here.
Yeah, we need a spark, and we've gone too many possessions where we haven't scored, and we've got to get one.
Cook was hot in the corner. Can Will connect for 3? Off the back of the rim, no good. And I think they're going to get Houston for coming over the back of Gesner. Nice job by Jordan. Hopefully that foul is going to go against. Gesner's looking at the official, I think, expecting it to be on him.
It was on Rochester.
So Houston picks up his first, 4th on the team, 2:51 to go. Cook inbounds, gets it to Olsen. Now Max is going to try and make a move. Ball tipped out of bounds. Grant saves it inbounds, but saves it back to Christian. Nice play, but the Railers have numbers. Max goes in, flips it to Christian. Christian couldn't hang on to it. Ball loose. Houston down there, and it's picked up by Rochester.
Get back.
McMinn had a way to the basket, but he pulls it back out, and now Coach Angelo is directing Rochester backwards, and if you're the Rockets, Josh, you really have no reason to look at the basket the rest of the night. There's a steal by the Railers. Olsen to Gesner, layup good. And Coach Alexander yells for a timeout.
And a good steal, a tap from behind, and usually the defender gets that called on them, but a good tip away by Gesner, and Olsen kicks it up to him after he gets the steal, and we got a 4-point game here. You know, it's still a lot of time, 2:30 left, Jeff, and we don't have to foul. I think the Rockets are going to be content to hold the ball, and when you try to hold the ball that long on any defense, they just start anticipating, and we'll get steals.
You know, one of the things we talked about early on was learning how to win. And we talked about the Railers, how close they've been the past 2 games of coming away with victories. But the players on this team for the Railers have been a part of so many wins, not necessarily this year, but in their career. Now let's look at Rochester. They're the ones, they've had a lot of struggles on the basketball court. Do they know how to carry out a win at the end of the game?
Right, yeah, it's a good question, and we'll find the outcome. 2:13 left, but a lot of time for the Railers.
So the inbounds pass to Ferguson. Railers have extended the pressure. Lob it up, tipped away, another steal by the Railers. Olsen over to Podbelsic. Bounce on top to Gesner. Gesner makes a move against Yep. Max fakes the 3, drives in, contact, and an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Max. Not sure if he was set, but Max picks up the foul, and that'll be his 3rd. 1:54 to go. Another chance for the Railers to draw closer. Goes by the wayside. Almost another steal by the Railers, and Josh Wright, Rochester does not look very comfortable against this Railer defense. And now they've got an opening. McMahon underneath, and counts the basket. He is fouled. Josh, that's just what you talked about. Foul's going to be on Christian. That'll be his third. So 41-35, a minute 41 to go. McMahon's free throw spins out, no good. So the Railers still just a two-possession game as we approach 90 seconds left. Got to believe if the Railers get a score here, the Railers will take a timeout. Gesner pull-up jumper, back rim, no good. Ball tipped out. Olsen comes down with it. Quickly over to Van Hook in the left corner. Christian a long three, shoots it long. Rebound to Houston for Rochester. And Podbelsik's going to get whistled for the foul, and Pods is fouled out.
Yeah, foul's now 10-4. 10-4 against the Railers, so it's been an all-night struggle, not only from the field, but getting the little breaks that you need.
Hayes will check back in. Podbelsic just couldn't get on track offensively because of his foul trouble, I think, Josh. He had 8 in the first half, held scoreless in the second half.
Yeah, basically the Railers have been held scoreless in the second half. We haven't gotten any good looks at all.
Free throw on the way. Houston misses. So all the Rockets off of the way, only Railers down, guarding on the free throw here. 1:18 to go, free throw up. Rattled in and out. So again, Rochester giving the Railers opportunities. And this is just what Lincoln did to Normal West. We couldn't put them away. And so now the Railers have a chance. And a foul is going to be whistled, I believe, on Ferguson, trying to fight through the Railers screen down on the far end. Coach Angelo certainly wanting a call, and the official, as he's making the call, is getting an earful from Coach Alexander. A minute to go. Gesner, a long three off the left side, no good. Houston tries to get the rebound. Ball almost tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say a force out. Nope, the official started to call coming this way, but he was saying that Houston fell out of bounds. I thought they were going to whistle Matt on the push out.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Which would have been Matt's foot.
Right, looked like it was.
60 seconds to go. Railers down, 41-35. Cook to inbound. Lob play, and a foul's going to be whistled, and an offensive foul's going to be whistled. And they're going to say that Christian pushed off to go up for the lob. I don't think I've seen that one before.
No, it's been a bad half. Bad half for the Railers, not getting a lot of anything going.
And a technical foul has been whistled on the Railer bench.
Yeah, that happened very often, and when you're getting it pretty bad, it takes a lot for Coach Al to get one.
Well, I tell you, Josh, as McMahon will go to the line, I tell you, the officials seemingly have been, chirping a lot as McMahon's first free throw is up and good. I know Podbelsic, he's had a couple fouls called on him, and they've gone. It seems like they've made it a little too chippy, more chippy than it needs to be.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a rough game, but it just seemed like we've gotten a lot of the ones that have been called on to us, and they're very physical as they've got a lot of football guys, some big kids out there, and it's been kind of one-sided.
After the technical and the free throw made, they almost throw it away, and Olsen comes down with it. 52 seconds to go. Railers are going to have to pull one off here as Gesner fires up a long three, shoots it off the left side, no good. Rochester again the rebound with 40 seconds to go. And unless something unexpected happens here, Rochester's going to come out of here with a victory. Is there any kind of a 10 count coming? Well, they do get a 10 count. Coach Angelo is screaming that he was calling for a timeout. But 35 seconds to go, Josh. The Railers are down 7.
Yeah, we've taken a lot of quick threes. We've had a lot of time to go to the basket, and we haven't gone to the basket. We've been able to go to the hole.
And now one of the officials coming over. Foul's going to be whistled. Now they're going to blow it. Foul's going to be whistled on as Matt tried to make a move to the basket. The wife of an AD having to escort one of your fans out.
Yeah, on a night where you're winning.
27 seconds to go. Gesner to Cook. Can't take time. Got to get some shots up. Max is going to drive in, and a foul is going to be whistled again.
They've been doing that all night, and now we finally get them to call it with 22 seconds left in the game.
And it's one in bonus when we're needing threes.
Right.
Max will go to the line shooting one in bonus. First free throw on the way. That's good. Max with 9. 42-36, 22 seconds to go. Good as well. Timeout taken, so 42-37. It's a full timeout, so we will take another timeout here. 22 seconds to go, Railers down 5. Can they come back? We'll see. Back with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Back in Rochester, 22 seconds to go. We're going to see if the Rockets can make their free throws because the Railers are down only 5, 21 seconds to go, and they're headed back to the line.
Yeah, and you know, Jeff, we gave a lot of possessions away by coming down and taking early, quick threes that we didn't need to take. We had plenty of time during the stretch where we were down to get easy basket and get twos, and as the Rochester guy misses, so just a 5-point game still with 20 seconds left. So Railers still got time, but we hurt ourselves earlier on with about a minute left.
Free throw missed again. Gesner comes down the lane, drive, does it go down? It doesn't, but he'll go to the line, and he will be shooting, is it on the shot?
Yeah, I think so.
Two shots for Gesner.
2 shots, so we get to set up our press here real quick and get another foul, and hope Rochester can miss 2 more.
So with 15 seconds to go, Gesner's free throw up, missed it. Railers will be crashing the boards here. Gesner free throw, that one good. 42-38. Got to foul him. They're not calling anything. Down to 7. Olsen fires a 3. Off no good. Ball tipped around. Hayes will fire. Nope, they'll get it to Christian in the corner. His 3 on the way. He drains it, but there is no time left on the clock. And the Railers fall 1 point short here in Rochester. The final score, Rochester 42, Lincoln 41. The Railers fall to 2-5 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. Rochester 1-2 on the season, 1-1 in the conference. Again, our final score, Rochester 42, Lincoln 41. We'll be back in a moment with our postgame. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.